Howdy folks, this is Mike Lane again from Have Belt Will Travel, coming to talk to you a little bit today about a question a good friend of mine had, which is about what type of lifting belt should you buy. And there's obviously a lot of different options out there. I'm going to kind of give my spin based upon personal experience and then working with different people and what tended to work well for them. So this is Gladys. This is the first belt I ever bought. I've had this since 2006. She's been with me through every single powerlifting meet, strongman competition, and otherwise that I've done. It's a simple two-prong Akano belt from Inzer, and I honestly can't say anything negative about it. You can see that we're getting a little bit of leather discoloration from age. Yeah, the stitching's falling apart in places, but for essentially a little over 10 years of consistent use, that's pretty good. Now, another option we have, which is going to be a thicker belt, and this is from Elite FTS that I've borrowed from a friend for this video. Now, what's nice is this here is a single prong. The pros of a single prong belt is the fact that it's easier to take on or put on and take off. So it's going to give you a little bit more ease getting into and out of it. However, as far as do you gain more out of having a double prong over a single prong, not so much. So it's a personal choice. Now the big key between these two belts to keep in mind is notice the width. Okay, it's very slight, but we can see how the Elite FTS belt is a little bit thicker than my belt. Now, this extra thickness is going to give you a little bit more stability, specifically when you get into the bottom of a squat, which is nice because it turns out it's going to keep you more upright. However, it's more specialized. Think of lifting belts almost like shoes. If you got a good pair of cross trainers, good pair of tennis shoes, you can do just about anything you want in them, but it turns out you're not going to be able to cut as well in a field as you are in the spikes. You're not going to have as good of foot position as you would in weightlifting or wearing weightlifting shoes while weightlifting, and you're not going to be as good at wrestling unless you're wearing wrestling shoes. So the thicker, stronger belt, that is going to be much better for your heavy maximal lifts. However, things like deadlifting or Olympic lifting, when you have to go very, very far below what would be powerlifting parallel, it can be very uncomfortable to get in there because literally the belt will start to bite into you when you get that low. You then are going to have more of the bodybuilding bro style belts that are a little bit thinner on the front. Now, these aren't going to give you as much support, but once again, that's kind of the goal because you want to be able to get below parallel so that you can catch a heavy weight and you can stand up with it. Now, my advice to anybody, if they're just trying to have a good all-round belt they can use for squatting, deadlifting, even possibly bench pressing, that's a good option. Now, the final belt I'm going to show you guys is one that I've had for years and honestly I rarely use, but it's actually for utilizing in bench press meets, where you're going to notice on the back side of the belt it's actually thinner, but on the front side it has a buckle. Now, you can get the same type of buckle for the normal lifting belts I showed you a second ago. Now, the nice thing about these is once you customize it to your body size, you can literally simply clasp it to have yourself when you need the tightness to lift, and then whenever you're done with the lift, unclasp it. And I'm not gonna lie, you look pretty damn cool when it happens. However, as far as sharing the belt and or if you're gaining weight, losing weight, or maybe it's cold in your gym and you're lifting with a sweatshirt on, well, it's a lot harder to change the sizing on the lever belts. So personally, you can't go wrong with the nice, thin, or still 4 inches wide, single prong or double prong in the beginning. Now, you're gonna find some that are just simply pure leather where it's not anything put together. That's fine. You're going to pay for quality like anything else in life, but at the same time, as long as you treat it well and like a baseball glove or otherwise, it takes a little bit to break in, you're probably going to be happy with the decision you made over time. I've used belts from Elite FTS, from Inzer, from Titan, and I can't say anything negative about any of them. The only reasons that I missed the lifts is because of me, not because of the belt. So, hope that was useful for you folks, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please throw it on the comments underneath and be more than happy to go through it with you guys. Thanks for listening.